Yo.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry for the slow start, but I hope you guys are okay otherwise. I'm Toogs. I don't really need an introduction. You've heard my voice all tournament long. And joined by a good friend of mine.
Yep,
Tibbs.
I am Tiber, or more commonly known as Tibbs.
Yeah, Tibbs is like really good at this game. So, he and I wanted to call this match specifically for because our friend Matt is racing. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good, I think. Should be an interesting match. We got Ro on the left doing some stuff with his Switch settings. Interesting. But he's got a PB of, right now it's a 4-4X, but he's hardcore sandbagging. His current PB is his Mario PB is a 257, something like that. And then Matt on the right has a 221.44. So I'm actually very excited to see how this match turns out.
Yeah.
Matt's been going for 2-1X for a good while now. He's definitely got the skill for it. But with him, you never really know what's going on. He's either getting like a 224 or like a 230.
Yeah.
So we think both players are off now, and they might need to be synced up because this is oh boy.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Who cares, right?
Yeah, they'll probably sync up eventually.
They're working on it. So one thing we should mention now, you'll see both players are playing on different versions of the game. Matt is on the Japanese Wii U Virtual Console version, and Ro is on the Switch version with on the Korean language. Korean text is about 20 seconds faster than Japanese, I want to say. If done optimally, obviously.
I think total it's like 40 seconds at any percent.
Probably. I'm not really sure. But they're both much faster than English, so we tend to use either one of those. So any percent in this game, really, it just entails getting 60 stars and then going over to the third Bowser and then fighting him there. So 61 stars total. Good bunny. Ooh.
The Matt's bunny just like went right over his head.
I cursed it.
Sometimes.
117 bunnies for Matt. I have no idea what kind of bunnies Ro's going to be getting, but... so this is Gateway. Pretty bad starting level, if you ask me. Because you have to shoot 3 bunnies with star bits, and they're very easy to mess up, so it's a very reset heavy point. And the reason we're doing this as Luigi is because he skips about 5 minutes of intro cutscenes that you have to watch as Mario. And generally, Luigi just runs faster, jumps higher, long jumps farther, at the cost of being a little more slippery than his red-capped brother.
Yeah. Well, I think most of the people in the speedrunning community prefer running as Luigi because of those reasons.
Yeah, I'm no exception.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm no exception to that rule. Keep going.
But some people in the community do prefer Mario, like me, but just because his movement is not as like, slippery. I guess he has pretty good acceleration, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, honestly, like a very few, like a big minority of people who really prefer Mario over Luigi, and that's fine because like Mario's still really cool to watch and run, and I feel like he is underappreciated. So now both players grabbing 5 starships here, and Matt's going to be going for something called Gateway Skip. Ooh, trying to set up. Oh, he's trying to set up for a mega triple jump. Unfortunately, after that, he just decided, I'm just gonna try to not do that and just go for the key instead.
a smart decision, because if you keep trying to go for it, you lose
A lot of time, yeah. Ro taking a death. Oh, rough start for Ro. I haven't seen Ro run this game in about a year. And I don't think he has either, so he is likely really rusty.
be interesting to see how Ro does.
Yeah, for sure.
Just-
Bro is not having a good time grabbing these starships. 4-frame trick there for Matt. It's called Luma Skip. Saves around 10 seconds, and obviously you lose around 10 seconds if you miss it. So, yeah, no, so getting that in the race is a good start for him.
Solid gateway for Matt, despite
Yep.
not getting gateway skip.
Yeah, no, anything. Looks like it's 419 for him. 418, one of those two.
Yeah.
No, it's a
419.
419. Yeah. So another thing you saw Matt do earlier, before he tried to go for gateway skip, he did something called a camera cancel, and that we're going to be doing that a lot this run because upon landing from a launch star, you will see the players go into first person and then quickly come out of it to kind of cancel Luigi's landing animation, and that saves about a second each time. So because there's so many launch stars in this run, that time save really adds up.
Yeah.
And one reason why this run is so long is there's a lot of cutscenes. Ooh, good Luma skip from Ro there. Love to see
Barely
it.
makes it out of the cutscene.
Nah, he's good. He's got it. He kind of knows what he's doing.
So Matt will be heading to Good Egg 1 after talking to Rosalina, and we should be seeing some pretty cool movement climbing the tower, or some people call it Among Us climb, because it does kind of look like Among Us when you look at it from an angle, but that's besides the point.
I
But
apologize if that ruins your vision of Good Egg 1.
yeah, sorry, you now know that as Among Us climb.
So the beginning of the game is where most of the text boxes happen. This is very text heavy, so that's why having Japanese or Korean here really saves a lot of time over English. So yeah, Matt, considering he's got a 221, he's about 3 minutes off record. He has very much the upper hand in terms of movement. So his movement's going to look a lot more smooth, comfortable, and bonks are not going to be happening very often. But he just generally knows what he's doing a lot better, I'd say. So now we're going to be going into Good Egg 1. Very simple level. It's a good start. It's a good start to the run, I'd say.
Yeah,
It's a lot better after Gateway.
Yeah, there's not many skips in Good Egg. There's probably like a few, but overall the first Good Egg Galaxy or start is not too bad.
Yeah, pretty easy to get into. So Matt's gonna be going for Mogus climb. I believe he's just gonna be slick 2B jump there, nailing it. So now you're gonna notice that Matt has 2 cursors on his screen and Ro has 1. So Matt is taking advantage of what we call 2P, and he's going to be using it to freeze these boulders, have them slam into each other so they make a lot, so they can give you a lot of star bits. Star bits are a big part of this run, so having 2P definitely helps in that regard. And for 3D All Stars version, in Ro's case, player 1's pointer's hitbox is a bit bigger, so star bit collection is not a huge problem. Matt nearly getting screwed by gravity and dying there. That would have been bad.
Yeah, the gravity field is just really weird there. So if you fly like too much like down, if that makes any sense, the gravity will just like point you somewhere completely different, and you'll
just die. Yeah, it's very weird. Another thing about 2P that is worth noting is that you can get a super jump out of it, both off the ground and in midair. The grounded jump is intended by Nintendo. The midair jump is not intended by Nintendo. So we're essentially exploiting a glitch this whole time. So Dino Piranha, pretty simple boss. You see that tail, you spin into it a few times, it comes up, it smacks him in the head, and as soon as all his petals are gone, he's gone.
And you can also shoot starbits at Dino Piranha to slow him down if you want to get to his tail a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So you tend to do that on the last phase.
I don't really do that. I kind of just keep getting starbits.
There's actually a way to do it without any starbits, but you have to be in like the correct position around his tail.
Yeah,
So
it's weird.
yeah,
You kind of have to get lucky too, in that regard.
yeah, because it's kind of hard to predict what he'll do next.
Yeah. So after collecting and shooting a bunch of starbits, we have a tutorial from Polari on how to collect and shoot starbits. Even though we clearly know how to do that.
Ooh, Matt
So Matt
playing a little risky there by
Eee.
stunning with Polari. So let's see. Okay,
Good.
good.
No crash.
Good. Okay, he does not crash. So what happens there is that if you stun Polari and feed Polari at the same time, there is a chance to crash the game.
And the way you know that is if you get a duplicate set of text boxes.
Yeah.
If you get that, you're guaranteed to crash.
Yeah. It's better just to reset and then
Do gateway
start again. Yeah, instead of just crashing because it takes time to load up the game.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, Jay did not really know that in his match and had to boot up.
No, he knew that. I just think he forgot to.
No, we talked about it afterwards. He had no idea.
I literally I DM'd him about it. All right. Anyways, but
I don't know. So Good Egg 2, it's all about collecting starbits on this level. You need to collect 100 of them, feed a hungry Luma. And what you saw Matt do there, he was using Player 2's cursor to manipulate the bushes, balloons, whatever, to hit the spikes, and you get 3 starbits out of all of those. Another thing he did before was he shot those blue slurples for the starbit. Those get you 3 starbits instead of just 1 spinning. So it's all about the starbit routing in this level.
yeah, starbits are very key in this level because you have to feed 100 starbits to this Luma. So, but 2P makes it a lot easier.
It really does, yeah. 1P runners
Yeah.
had a very clear disadvantage when they enter the star.
Yeah. So there is a fast cycle here that I'm not sure if Matt will be trying to go for, but I'm assuming he will.
Probably will.
Yeah, from the star launcher to the crusher, there's like a crusher at the end of the pill planet that you have to make, and your movement here pretty much has to be like near perfect in order to make that fast cycle. So I say so far Matt is doing pretty well with his movement.
Yeah, it's been looking like a pretty solid Good Egg 2 for him so far.
Finn was
So
a
now
little late,
Yeah.
but does make
He's
it.
good. Oh, beautiful cycle there.
Or not late, sorry, early, but yeah, he does make it.
He does make it. So we got Ro going into Good Egg 2 now, and you can definitely see the advantage from Peace Pointer on 3D All-Stars.
Bro, forgetting that you cannot get any starbits from those bushes.
It's been a while since he's played this game, so I can't really blame him.
Yeah.
It has been a while. So now we've got Matt. He's going to be going into Honey Hive 1. Now this is where things start to. This is where like optimization starts to show a bit. Whether or not you know how to optimize your movement, and this is the first big skip in the game. So casually, we would just go down, take a couple launch stars, go planet hopping. We'd go crawl around the queen bee, get some star chips, and then we would land finally on top of the second tree. But we're just gonna go tree. We're just gonna go tree hopping instead.
Yeah. So Matt is gonna be doing a slightly different version of the skip. He's gonna be doing what's known as task strat. And I'll kind of just I'll just let it play out, just because it's easier to see than to explain.
Yeah, just let it speak for itself.
Yeah. Very
Ooh,
well
good,
done.
good stuff. Ooh, okay. So he's doing something here called two-piece slope jumping. So he's using, so you can slope jump by holding whatever direction it is you're sliding in, and then jumping, and then immediately holding back and then spinning in midair to climb up the slope. And because it's technically a ground, you can get a grounded 2B jump off it. So if you do the same thing, but just do a 2B jump and then spin, you can climb up the slope faster. It can be finicky though, because sometimes player 2's cursor can just not work.
There's also a rare occurrence where sometimes you face backwards and then you're sliding down the slope.
Yeah,
That
I
has
don't really
happened to
know
me a
what
few times.
I don't
Yeah, I
really
don't
know
know
what causes
why.
that. I've had it happen to me too. I was like, huh?
Yeah. Thankfully, it's not too common, so you don't have to worry about it that much.
Yeah, it is annoying when it does happen though. So now we're gonna have Matt going into Honey Hive 2. If you enjoyed tree climbing in Honey Hive 1, then you're gonna love tree climbing in Honey Hive 2. He's gonna be doing a slightly different method of it here. He's gonna be using a 2P jump to get on the tree instead of actually wall jumping off the tree.
Yeah, the camera can be a little finicky when you're at the launch star, but as long as you know what controller inputs you have to do, like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, beautiful FPJ there for Matt. To kind of explain what frame perfect jump is, basically, if you mash or time in A press during the flying cutscene, you can have Luigi jump as soon as he lands, rather than playing out his entire landing animation. So that saves about an additional second, I'd say, but it's a lot harder to get used to. So most of the time we either just take the time save or we don't.
Beautiful tower plan.
Oh yeah, that's a very good level there from him. So it looks like Ro is going to be opting to take the casual way for Honey Hive 1. I actually have no idea if he's ever learned to skip. But... So he's going to be showing us the level we're skipping out on.
Yeah, I guess we could see a little bit of what it's like to play casually here.
Yeah. I haven't played this game casually in a long... Whoa!
Oh, I don't know what that was. I think that was like a back or like a side flip, but the animation was like
that was
really
wild.
weird because he had a Slurpee on his head.
A Slurple, yeah, never seen that before.
Yeah.
That was cool. So we got Ro grabbing the bee mushroom here, and it's simple. It turns Luigi into a bee, and you can fly for a short time with it. That's it.
Yep.
So now we have Matt in Honey Hive 3, full of the same mandibugs that were present in Honey Hive 2, and one big one who really has it out for Luigi.
Luigi will be, Matt will be going for a strat called Beeless here, where he skips the bee mushroom and long jumps off of the platform and does 2B jumps to get to the main platform, or island.
So he's going to be skipping this bee mushroom, coming up here, mid-air 2B jump. Beautiful. It ain't over yet. Good stuff. That's a pretty tough strat to do when you're first trying to learn it, but... Oh! Struggling with the first hit a little bit. So I don't know if he's going to take it safe for this race, or... Nope. Nope, he's going for it. He's not looking back. He's going for task boss strats there, at least for the first two hits. And the third hit, he's just going to be doing what we do normally for fast third hit. And it's all in the angles there. You want to make sure you get your double jump off that rock. And you want to make sure you're high enough so you can time your homing ground pound well so you can still hit him. Beautiful Honey Hive 3 from him.
Yeah, that third phase is harder than it looks because the angle that you have to have initially is very specific, so you don't like run into the wall, and also it's very tight for the hit. So like if you mess up your movement at all, you can't really recover.
Yeah, it is. It's tough, and if you mess up the fast third hit, you're losing like 10 seconds. So around 8. Something like that. So now we have Matt going into Loop-de-Loop, our first motion control level. This is a fun
I
one.
wonder if Matt will go for a double death warp here. I think he will try to go for it, but
I don't know. That's
I'll
too risky to go for I think in a tournament setting.
we'll see.
It involves jumping off the manta ray within a 3-frame window twice, and the second
that
time
is
the
true.
controls are inverted. Nah,
No,
okay, not happening.
Okay.
So the reason 2P runners do loop-de-loop here is because they can get a ton of star bits. You can get over 100 here, and the difficult part isn't so much doing the race itself; it's optimizing the race while collecting star bits. Because for some reason, player 1's cursor is nowhere to be seen, but player 2's cursor still shows up. So that is why we are allowed to grab star bits here.
Bro taking the casual strat in Honey Hive
2.
Or Honey Hive 2, my bad.
So he's going to be taking a launch star up here. Yeah, no, Ro's going to be showing us all of the Honey Hive we never saw. Because it's just so breathtaking. Oh. Got a little trouble with that backflip there. I think he's too far for. Oh, that Piranha Plant really loves him. Okay. What is he doing?
Yeah, I don't think that's the right position, but...
Nope, not quite.
But he doesn't die, so that's good.
Yeah, no, as long as you don't die, you should be fine. But he's going to have a little bit of a tough time with this. So I guess now he might have to back it up with Tower Climb. Nope, or he's just going to go for the switch. Okay. 56.86 loop race time from Matt. That is not easy to do, especially not when collecting star bits.
Yeah, it's a lot of multitasking when you're collecting the star bits.
Yeah, very good race from him there. So you can definitely see Ro is quite a bit behind. You can definitely see it in his movement and in Matt's movement. Matt's done a lot, has finished a lot more runs, so he's not. So he knows what he's doing. Well, another reason I should talk about starbits, we need about 1,400 of them in this run. 400 for Sling Pod, 400 for Sweet Sweet, and 600 for Drip Drop. So that we're going to be collecting a lot. I know I forgot to mention that somewhere. Oops. Sorry.
That's alright. And yeah, 2P helps a lot with starbit collecting, so it shouldn't be an issue at all for...
Oh, it won't. Especially if you're doing loop-de-loop, you're going to be all set on starbits. Good frame perfect. He's doing a frame perfect jump.
Yeah, he's in the frame perfect route. Oh no! Gets what's it called? The input didn't register, I think.
No, I think he just did it too late. So he's taking a death on flip switch. That hurts.
Yeah, happens to all of us. Like
it does. Yeah, no. It messes up cycles. Ooh, and it's a pretty big time loss too.
Barely skims
it's hard to
the spike of the
it's hard to recover from that.
Yeah.
So we got Rose getting under the flower. So now coming up is our first Bowser Jr. level, Robot Reactor. And, well, you're going to see something really cool.
Yeah.
Ro opting to take safe B strats for this second hit here. So you see that big robot on that small little planet? Not only does that planet account for the planet's gravity field, it also accounts for the big Megaleg's gravity field. So we can just backflip 2P jump from where, the starting platform and just land on this planet already. Because this gravity field is huge.
I noticed Matt's also got another FPJ.
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind, these are like frame perfect,
perfect.
so it's really hard to do that, and I'm surprised he has gotten so many in only in Terrace.
Yeah, no, he's been nailing them this run. So, Megaleg is kind of a joke. You just lead a couple bullet bills into some cages, and he just goes down. You see that fence? Normally we would just lead a bunch of bullet bills to break every part of the fence, but because we're speedrunners and we're lazy, we can just jump over it and do that.
Matt finishing up Terrace with a 24 or 25 X pace. I don't know. I think that's like a 25.
Looks like a it's
X?
either it's a 25OX, 2509 I think. It's either 09 or 2510 I think. Yeah, 2509. Good stuff. Very good, barring the death and flip switch. So now Ro going into loop-de-loop here. It's Ro's turn to do the race, and because he's on 1P, he cannot get starbits here. So I believe Ro was on pushback road. I don't remember which variant of it, but I do know he's on pushback. So he needs only 1,000 starbits, 400 for Sweet Sweet, and 600 for Drip Drop. Starbits aren't as much of an issue for him. Yeah, they're both going to be fun.
Look.
So now, you saw that 2509 Terrace, right? So that can totally be ruined by just by this next level that's coming up.
Yeah, Fountain is pretty rough. There's a lot of difficult levels. It's literally all the space junk levels I would say are difficult to do well.
I mean, I'd say Heaven and Sean at a top level is really hard to do optimally. Because
Yeah.
there's some sort of crazy trick in every stage.
Yeah. So Matt's gonna be doing a skip called Space Junk 1 skip, where you basically skip like half of the level, and it can be a little tricky to do with the angle, but it shouldn't be too hard to get. But we'll see if he gets it first try, or if he has to rearrange his angle a little bit.
Yeah, no, there are consistent setups for it, but that they are still easy to mess up. So we'll see how this goes. Ooh, little extra jump there. This skip relies on bubble rotation, so
No, it does not get the right angle initially.
Oh,
but
that works.
Okay, yeah, that works.
That looked like a very sketchy angle, but it worked.
Yeah, that looked very sketchy, but in the end it worked. So, yeah, having a little difficulty around that rock.
We always love to see first try Space Junk 1 skip though, even if you have to readjust a little bit. It's better than having to try it multiple times. So also skipping the crystals with the toads in, so we're kind of jerks, so we leave them there, trapped.
Ooh, Matt almost missing the
that
silver star and just jumping off.
Silver star. Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah. So to someone who doesn't speedrun this game, it looks very sketchy when you just jump into nothing, but Matt has run this game so many times that he knows where to jump here, so...
Yeah, all of us have. We know exactly where the platforms spawn.
Yeah.
So we don't really risk dying very often. You can still die from other things, but it doesn't happen very often, especially not in Space Junk 1. And it's not very punishing in Space Junk 1. In Space Junk Comet is even worse, because if you die anywhere, you have to go all the way back to the beginning. and much to runners' chagrin, Space Junk Comet is in this route, so we have to do Space Junk 1 twice! Yay!
Yeah, you gotta do it twice. Fortunately.
Yep. So sad. And Space Junk 1 skip was actually found by Flygon Man, and I curse him every day for it, so. Silently, of course. So now we're going into Space Junk 2. This is a pretty interesting level. Tibbs, you want to take this one?
Yeah. So I guess the first thing I can talk about is Camilla. So at the beginning of the run, you can like manipulate her patterns to where she gives you a shell every time she like shakes her wand. So I'm assuming Matt has set up Camilla for the race.
We do it to ensure that Camilla will throw a shell on every cycle, as opposed to cycling through fireball, shell, fireball, shell, fireball, fireball, shell. And Matt's going to be going for another skip here. We call bridge skip.
What?
What in the
What was that?
How did you do that? How did you
Hello?
do that?
Hello? What was that?
What?
I've never seen that before.
Okay. I've never seen that before, and I don't think he has either. That was insane. I thought he was dead.
Wow. I've never so okay, what you usually do there is you damage boost from the fireball, and you like land either on top or you land into the sling star. But Matt just completely skipped the firebar and just landed on top of the octo dude.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how he
completely
did
skipped that.
that.
I've never seen that before because usually
I-
you just get damage boosted by the fireball.
I don't even know if he knows what he did. That's crazy. Oh, that was so cool. Okay.
Yeah, that was really funny.
So we have Ro in Mega Leg now. He's ascending the big robot. So now, Matt is going to be going into Space Jump 3. This is where the routes start to diverge. We replaced 3 levels from Pushback in this route. We replaced Battle Rock 2, 3, and Comet with Space Jump 3, Sling Pod, and Ghostly 2. And first of the 3 new ones is Space Jump 3. The level itself isn't bad. The boss fight is.
Yeah, the boss fight has a strat called Toad Shot, where you use the toad to hit Tarantox in the butt, and it saves a little bit of time.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a little difficult because like it's hard to tell where Toad's gonna go when you shoot him, and you have to do it really quickly because you got to shoot Luigi, and then you got to shoot Toad at this like right after.
Oh yeah.
So it's a lot of
pretty hard.
like hand-eye coordination.
Pretty
So
hard, yeah.
yeah.
So what you just saw Matt do there, he just did a glass smash. So basically, he if you stand in a certain spot over the launch star, it will detect your hitbox, and if you spin and crouch, you will quite literally smash through the glass and get into the launch star. And Luigi is somehow still alive.
Not harmed in any way.
Yep, video game logic. So now, oh boy.
Ooh, barely gets the hit on Tarantox. Very close.
So now he's gonna be, oh, that's not good.
And he's gonna try to do like a backup setup here. Let's see how he does this. Oh, I think he got it. Yeah, he's got it.
Fine.
I don't know if that Toad Shot will hit.
I don't know. I think that looks fine.
But...
yeah,
maybe.
no, that's good. No, that's good. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
So that saves a lot of time because it just hits Tarantox's butt right as she flips over. Right after she flips over.
Really getting that last hit.
Yep.
But clean Space Junk 3 overall.
Yeah, the reason I hate this ball so much is Sling Pods. And this is quite literally the hardest star grab in the game. Because of Sling Pods.
If the star wasn't on screen, I think it would be a little easier to grab the star, but sometimes it's a little struggle to do it.
Yeah. So if you like sling pods, you're gonna love this next level. I personally don't. We're gonna be going into Sling Pod, which is full of, you guessed it, sling pods.
Sling pods, cannons, fire bars, you name it.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, it's really hard to do well because there's a lot of cycles you have to deal with. You got to deal with cannonball cycles, fire bar cycles, and you have
And
to.
also mine cycles is too.
Yep, yep. So you have to shoot really quickly at very precise angles. Have fun.
Actually, and the panel cycle at the end. It's like 5 cycles in this level.
Yep, alone. It's bad.
There is actually a strat where you can skip the mine cycles, which is called slong jump, which is what I did in my race.
Yeah,
I don't know if
know.
Matt will go for it, but
Can't believe you
essentially,
went. I cannot believe you went for that.
yeah, essentially you from the 3rd sling pod you shoot to the right, and you do a long jump midair with 2P, and you just skip the whole minefield basically and go to this the pole star.
Yep. And the other thing with Sling Pod is that it gives you a lot of starbits as well.
Yeah.
Matt is flying through
Oh, misses the sling pod. So it's really easy to miss the
Okay,
sling
of
pod
course.
here because you have to have like a very specific angle.
And if it's slightly off, you're not getting into that Sling Pod.
Yep.
Thankfully, he died near the end, so it's not too bad for him. But it looks like he was on a really hot Sling Pod up until then, so that is unfortunate. Ro having a bit of a struggle with Space Jump 1 here. He had a bit of trouble with the skip earlier, but he did make it, so that's good. Ro playing it pretty safe. Just trying to make sure he doesn't die now. So now, after 13 stars, the game starts to spawn prankster comets, which essentially take certain levels from certain galaxies and just add some sort of twist to them. Matt missing the 2P jump there. Unfortunate. So we do a lot of prankster comets this run. Yeah, there's not much else. So now Matt is going to be going into Battle Rock 1, which contains arguably the hardest trick in the game. Battle Rock 1/L out of bounds. Requires a mega triple jump. You need a good angle, good speed, good height. And then you have the slope jump on like the bottom part of it. And halfway through, the controls are inverted. And the laser beams have their own gravity fields. There's a lot happening. Let's see if he goes for it. He probably will.
And also Matt skips all of the blue starships here because you can just do a backflip 2P jump here. You can also do a triple jump 1P.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You need to like jump off a certain spot and it's pretty easy to miss. Ooh, okay, having some trouble there. But he's gonna go for it. 1.
Ooh.
Oh, he breaks out of bounds. Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Good
Got it.
stuff. All right, let's let him focus now. It's only just started.
Yeah. A little bit trouble getting over the barrier here,
Yeah.
but does manage to get over it. Very good out of bounds overall though.
Good stuff. That skip, when done optimally, saves about 25 seconds each time. And because both Battle Rock 1 and L are in this route, if you get in both first try and you do them optimally, you save a whopping 50 seconds. That's huge, especially in this category.
Yeah.
There is a version of it with Mario as well, but it's stupid difficult.
Yeah, and also the task movement for the out of bounds part is probably like the most unbelievable movement
You'll
you
ever
could
see.
get in this entire like game.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
so cool. So Ro in Space Jump 2 now. having some trouble missing a throw. Unfortunate. So now Matt going into Space Junk Comet, it's literally just Space Junk 1 again with a timer. And it's no checkpoints, so if you die anywhere, you're going all the way back to the beginning. This is true of all Prankster Comets.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to die on the last part, especially like under pressure.
Yeah, I know, which is why I tend to play a bit safer there, all the time.
That's a good angle. Yep.
Oh, first try Space Junk Comet skip for Matt. Good stuff. Oh, one thing I also forgot to mention is in between stars, you're gonna get a text box that like a prompt that asks, "Do you want to save your game?" We say no because it is faster to do so. If you hit yes, you waste a couple seconds each time. So if you do that all the time throughout the run, that time off really adds up. Oh, Matt nearly dying there, giving me a heart attack. Okay.
Yeah, usually if you rub against that wall, you tend to get a ledge grab.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't make it any less scary.
Yeah, no, like any movement in this part is very scary.
Yeah, no, because you risk dying. You're literally jumping over a black hole.
Yeah. So Ro is doing rolling green because Ro's doing a different route, and there's 2 skips you can do here. There's rail skip, and then also you can skip the hole by jumping off from the left or the right. So Ro does
Just like that.
do the whole skip and gets it. So good job,
stuff.
Ro.
Yeah, no, there's another one where you can just skip the entire rail. You just mentioned that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that
so
skip
now...
is very difficult to do. So.
Oh, it is, yeah. So Matt's going to be going into rolling green himself.
Ooh, Ro almost falling off the edges there.
Yeah, no, you want to make sure you don't. You want to try to avoid as many Goombas as you can because if you hit one, it kills all your speed.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is pretty cool.
Let's see if Matt goes for a rail skip here. I know he's been practicing it.
He definitely has. We'll see if he does. Ugh, excuse me. Hey! That's what that board sounds like.
Yeah, somehow the boards are able to speak in this game.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. This one is named Billboard. It's supposed to be a play on words for billboard. Okay, Matt's going for the normal strat himself. Probably doesn't want to risk losing time for failing the other one. Respectable.
Yeah.
So you can see he's doing a very good route here. He's rolling constantly, and he's avoiding as many Goombas as he can. Not hitting a single one. Optimal. So now Ro's going to be going into Battle Rock 1, but, well, he doesn't do out of bounds, so he's going to be, he's just going to be riding the saucer today.
That was a very clean rolling green from Matt.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. So now the next level coming up for Matt is going to be Bowser 1. It's the first Bowser level, naturally. You know, as opposed to Bowser 1, the second Bowser level in the game. So there's not much happening in this level. There's kind of a thwomp cycle he wants to make here. Wait, what's he doing? Oh, he died! What is this, Matt? Come on. It's a death warp. Saves about 2 seconds from just going around normally. That joke gets less and less funny every time I do it. I'm gonna nix that one from my commentary arsenal. So no, there is that thwomp that Matt just triple jumped on top of. There is a faster cycle you can make, but the movement is extremely tight. So Matt is going to be going for another strat here. He's going to try to triple jump, 2P jump up to where Bowser is. It's pretty risky if you miss it.
Manages to do it pretty well.
Good stuff. It's looking like a good Bowser one. Alright, yeah, no, I'm done with that joke. It's lost its funny. It's lost its punch. I can't do it anymore. So now the first fight is pretty simple. Oh,
Matt
that's
not getting
good.
the
Not getting the first attack cancel there.
yeah.
Nearly
Just lose a little
dying
bit
in
of
the
time.
process. Yeah, nearly dying in the process.
Usually what we want to do there is hit Bowser in the face and then land on the glass so that Bowser jumps on the glass. Just like that.
Yeah, do you want to make sure, yeah, you just want to make sure that when you cancel his attack, you fall underneath him. You just said that, right? Am I silly?
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah,
stupid,
you
yeah,
wanna-
okay.
No, you're good. Yeah, just spin at Bowser's tail twice, and that's it for Bowser 1.
There you go, yeah. Looking like a really good fountain exit for Matt here. Row going into Battle Rock 2, this is one of the longer levels, and it's one of the reasons why it was cut. If the first level to introduce Bob Bombs, the only time we use them in this route, and we're just using them to break open cages, which take quite a while.
Yeah.
It's also the first level to introduce cannons, and well, the first time we use cannons in this route is in Airship Armada, and not Balderrock 2. 4550 fountain exit for Matt. Really good stuff. So now Matt is going to be going into Kitchen. This has some fun stars, I'd say.
Yeah, Kitchen has quite a few cool stars, I'd say. I'd say most of the cool like movement is in Ghostly Galaxy.
Yeah, for sure.
But there are some.
Sorry.
But there are some easy skips in Beach Bowl that Matt will be going for.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I'm gonna let you take the wheel for this dome because I feel like you know a lot better about this dome than I do.
All right. So Matt will be long jumping to the right here, and not sure what kind of movement he's gonna do here. Okay, so he's gonna do grounded 2P jump, and then long jump into the kitchen. And for the first star, we're gonna be doing Beach Bowl 1, which is pretty easy. Just a few long jumps and a couple 2P jumps here and there. So Row, going to the last planet for Battle Rock 2. And these cycles for the panels are global cycles, so you want to make sure you go fast throughout the entire level. So Matt can be long jumping over to the left. Casually, you're supposed to grab star bits or star chips, my bad, under the or in the water, and it's supposed to create a launch star, and then that launch star brings you to the platform underneath the star.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a point to it, so we can just do that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 1P runners would have to get on top of the tree, get some tilt. That's hard to explain as well. And then jump on, back up onto that platform, and then use the tilt they have to triple jump onto the platform containing the star. There's consistent status for it, but it's kind of hard to understand. It's hard to explain.
yeah, So Matt will now be going into Beach Bowl 2, where he has to steal a golden shell from the penguin class, and then show it to the penguin master, and then break it right in front of his face.
Yep, because he's that much of a jerk. You
Yep.
bully a penguin, and then you bully the coach. So Ro now in Space Junk Comet. Let's see how it treats him. Looks like he's having a good time here. Luigi is spinning around all over the place. Not gonna work there for Ro. He's gonna have to keep trying. So now the Beach Bowl 2 may look easy, but it's really, really hard to optimize, especially the swimming.
Yeah, swimming in this game is kind of annoying, but yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
Yep. Instant Crystal Break is, I believe, friend perfect. Are you one of my students? No, but thanks for the star. Kind of need this one. Bye.
The big reveal at the end, and then you just steal a star.
That's one gullible coach, man.
Yep. So Ro doing the casual strat, Space Junk Comet, by unfreezing all of the toads and lowering the toad ship.
So now Matt's going to be going into Beach Bowl 3. We do Beach Bowl 3 before S now for a couple of reasons. One reason is just to have slightly faster star select menuing. You get 3 stars instead of 4 to show up. Save about 15 frames. And then Tox block cycles are a bit different here. They are manageable, but they are tough to get used to at first. If you use the old routes. So once again, bullying another penguin to get a shell here. Breaking some boxes. Tries to break all 3 of them at once. We jump around the stump. Now it's possible that this planet he's about to land on, the Cyclone Stunt, it is possible to bonk warp here. You bonk when you land there, no matter what.
Ooh, Matt does not make the cycle there.
Tried to go for spinless there. Really a risky move. Probably should have gone more to the right there.
It doesn't lose that much time because the checkpoint's very close to where Matt died.
Yeah, it's better to die there than to die to this.
Yeah, so this skip, you just long jump up left. Oh, he does get
Ledge grab. Nice.
the ledge grab. It is possible to get a double crystal hit, where you just break the crystal pretty much instantly, but it's very inconsistent to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's a consistent setup for it at all, so...
So, Ro is doing Battle Rock 3, and this is where you fight Top Maniac. So Ro gonna go for a skip here.
Oh, now I guess he's going for a safer strat, just backflipping over there. You can get a triple jump all the way to that other platform with this, the launch star on it. That's probably one of my favorite parts of this level.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of cool movement in Battle Rock 3, especially in the 2D section.
Oh yeah, and he's going to be jumping around a lot, switching gravity a few times. Matt's going into Bubble Breeze. First level to introduce the bubble, which you use the pointer for. Fun times. There's a mind cycle he wants to make here, so he's going to have really good bubble movement, grabbing these star chips.
Misses it.
Blowing past it.